Hey, how's it going? Here's just a quick review. The new Instone 3D Inventor Pro printer. So far I'm pretty impressed. Price is $5.99 on Amazon. I think that's about the only place you can buy them right at the moment. First impressions, it's still it's Chinese and stuff, and it's not made perfect. It's got that Chinese electronic smell to it. But you know what isn't made in China that's electronic nowadays? Yeah, I've did a couple prints with it so far, and it's doing pretty good. This is just ABS M3D's plastic. That's what I used to have before. It was an M3D Micro, and that was just too small. No heated bed or nothing. And that's really what you want, is a heated bed. It just makes stuff so much easier. No warping or anything like that. I mean, it's just flat as can be. The bed on this thing is like 9.5 inches by 6.5. It's got a glass plate. Their method is you just put a layer of white glue on there, and I haven't had any issues so far. Bed leveling's quite easy. You just go into the touch screen, and it just puts the extruder in each corner, and you just manually adjust the bed with the thumb screws on the bottom. And yeah, it's pretty simple. You can fit a 1 kilogram spool in there. That's just a little like a 500 gram spool right now, but it's fully enclosed. This cover on top doesn't really fit perfect. It kind of sits on the wires in the back, but haven't had a problem with that. These are just plastic. They look like glass in the pictures, but these doors just got little magnets onto it, so it works pretty good. And yeah, I'm just making an RC bumper right now. Print mostly RC stuff. I've only used this ABS so far, but I figured I'd try all the hard stuff first, and then PLA should be pretty simple. It's got an SD card slot. That's what I'm using right now. It's got some type of Wi-Fi capability, but it says in the instructions that it's supposed to work with like a phone app that I couldn't find, and the technical support might be kind of tricky because the website that they give you doesn't exist on the internet. And another problem I had was with it came with its own software, which is kind of nice. It's like an Instone 3D, it's called. And then I had to figure out how to change it from Chinese to to English, which took me 15 minutes probably. But out of the box it comes with a scraper and micro card reader. Comes with a few different switches for the limiter switches on the gantry, so it knows when to quit moving it. And I don't know why you'd need to replace those that often, but I guess it's nice to have. And your very own white glue, which they call special 3D printing glue. So yeah, I was also looking at XYZ's printers when I was shopping for this one. This one's only been available on Amazon for a couple weeks now. These XYZs they take up a lot of room. I mean, this one's not small either, but It's a lot more space efficient and you know, fully enclosed. It's got, I think, the fans running for the power supply, and then there's double extruder fans, and it puts air through the back, and there's two vents in the back that have kind of like a foam filter type of thing, I guess you could call it. I don't know if that's supposed to help with particles in the air or anything, but yeah, it was pretty easy to set up. I'm just running STLs on an SD card. I mean, you can have it hooked up to USB too. I wouldn't recommend it for like a first time user, but you know, if you got a little 3D printer experience, it wouldn't be too hard to get it all figured out. I had enough troubleshooting with that M3D, and those are nice printers too, but I mean, you know, if you're buying a new one and those are 300 something and this is 6, I mean, it's kind of no-brainer. You're getting a lot more with this one. Crack open the top here without screwing up my print, hopefully. It's just sitting on here. So yeah, it's got a little filament tube that runs up there, and it's been working pretty good. This wiring harness is kind of funky here, how it just kind of sets there. I mean, all the rods are like, look to be like stainless steel and pretty stout, you know, gear mechanisms and pretty decent stepper motors in there. And the extruder head's pretty stout as well. And loading the filament's quite easy too. There's like a little lever that bites down on it when you push the filament in there, and you just go from there. And that part's kind of manual, but once you do it once, it's simple. And yeah, I've been getting some pretty good prints with this thing so far, and haven't had any trouble too much. So yeah. That's just about it. You know, check this thing out on Amazon. I'd say it's worth the money. Can't really find anything in that price range for enclosed large build plate. You know, heated and all that stuff. Works for everything. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Have a good day.